What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Woodgarden, with our Let's Play Season 6, Episode number 9. And at the end of the last episode, I was starting to freak out because we didn't have any oil on map. So I set these storage facilities to fill. Oil started pouring in, but then I realized I wouldn't be able to level up my area if I didn't produce any goods. And so we can't pump oil, but we can take oil that we have and turn it into petroleum. So I was able to get that going, and we are progressing towards the next level. In fact, we're getting pretty close. Let's see where we're at. 4,175 of 5,000 goods. And as soon as we get to that 5,000 mark, we've got plenty of workers, and we'll be able to unlock a factory that will generate some plastic for us, and then that will, in turn, enable us to use some of those other unique factories where plastic was an ingredient. So yeah, glad I figured that out. Totally needed to step away from it and think about it for a minute, and then look at the one other building that we had unlocked, which was the oil sludge plant. So it is going. We're doing good here. Before we know it, we'll be level 2 oil. What I wanted to get going on is over here. So I did a little framework over here. I flattened out this island a bit so that we can get a kind of high density downtown area. Not that we don't already have one, but we need the space to add another 20,000 population to our city. As you can see, we've got a ton of industrial and commercial demand. So let's see how far off residents are from over here. We've got a good residential pocket. So hopefully we can fill all this in and meet our industry demand right here for now with some office space. Let's do all that. That should fill up in no time. Yes. Excellent. And then we'll do some commercial space over here for now. Let's get this grid finished off maybe while we wait for our oil. And I think this is the last one we'll do from a grid perspective, because I want to get one more highway exit in over here and again kind of make that the edge of my town, a highway that runs through here, and then we'll bring a bridge over the water over this way and connect up with this one, and that'll be kind of a roundabout that connects this part of town to the external highway and everything over here. Let's do a road up through the middle, just so we get a little bit of zoning out of that. And we still have room to build up towards the highway. So I think we'll be fine population-wise. We'll be able to get our monuments and all that stuff. Okay, so petrochemical. Small oil rig we can't use. But we do have a new factory, a new plant, a barracks, and storage. So let's get the petrochemical in plant first. And then let's take a look at potentially adding a barracks and see what that factory does for us. So level 2, we'll come over here to our oil tab. It's the one, petrochemical plant. Takes in oil, produces plastic, and we need that. So where can we do this? Can we get 2 in on that street? We can. Let's do that to start. And they will get goods from over here. Like creating some traffic. They're going to turn left to get out of here, but it's only affecting this industry area, so that should be fine. Let's take a look at the zone now. Production wise, we've got the oil that we're pulling in from off-site, and that is a cost to us, unfortunately. And petroleum and plastics. Okay, so we'll see how that does. These should be cranking out goods now. They are. And then let's go over to our factories tab. See what we unlock there. So, household plastic factory. Plastic and petroleum. And it outputs what? Just household plastic products? Okay. Let's throw it right here. Doesn't have to be in the zone, but it works. So oil becomes petroleum, becomes plastic, oil, or petroleum and plastic, household plastics. So we're good there. Let's water this. So it's not ideal, but it works. You're not necessarily cut off with industries now. You just have to import the goods from off map, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. Feels less broken than it did when it didn't occur to me that I might be able to work around the problem that way. Let's break out our landscaping tool. 4.3 million in the bank. Let's see if we can smooth this out a little bit, or better yet, let's slope this from here. We'll bring the road through there. So let's come down with it. The 6 lane. Something like that. Is it gonna let us come all the way through? I mean, we may as well do it. And then let's smooth everything out now around that. This will work for now until we get this other tile. And then we'll figure out how we want to build all that in. That will at least let us get started working on some zoning over here. Maybe what we should do... we connect this all the way up with a 6 lane? We don't really need... I guess we will when we have more stuff over there. So let's just do it in zone. Based on that, future-proof, upgrade, like so. And I like the tree divided avenue down the middle. It's a little less conducive for traffic flow, but it also forces people to go around the block rather than making left turns in the middle of the block, which they'll do with these. So yeah, let's get a bit of a framework finished off up here, and then we can start zoning it, water it, and power it. Didn't I just say I wanted... yeah, I did. Okay, 6 lanes. Okay, now back to 2 lanes. Silly mouse. Straight tool. And yeah, we'll get a little bit of a grid work going here. You can connect that, sure. And then what do? We want 2 back. So this must be 11. No? Is it not? Do I have overlapping zone there? Okay. I guess I counted wrong. Go to right there. And that is a good start. That's going to let us start moving some people in. Let's do the water based off of this main street here. And 2 more pipes, and we should be well covered here. And we can do a little maintenance when we move some more people in. So let's see here. Let's make it a district. Because I think over on this island it would be kind of cool to have some IT cluster. Let's just cover this whole island. It's going to be greenhousing, IT cluster, maybe even tourism for the commercial. Let's do something a little different here. So we'll do tourism, we'll do IT clusters, and we will do green buildings, or self-sufficient homes as the game calls them. And let's zone and figure out what we want to do here. So I'm thinking the main central blocks, let's make those all IT cluster. We've got the demand after all. We'll switch things over to a little commercial here and here. And then I want to make room for more residents since we need lots of people to move into our city. They're not going to need this yet, but let's plan on it. Let's zone off for it now. That can be good, and we can not zone this strip coming in because we're just going to move that stuff out soon anyways. We're going to bring this highway up here, have a bit of a roundabout there, and connect it off to some 45-degree road that comes from over there. So I don't want to move too much in right here next to this corner because we're going to blow that away and kind of straighten that all out. But that's good to get us started. We got to get power over here next. So let's run that right along the bridge. Like that. And we're not zoning there, so we'll bring it to right there, and then we'll figure out where we need to bring power to next. Let's let it play at 3 times speed. We've got power. You know what? We've got water pipes, but we haven't connected it into anything, so... Let's see. Right over here. Where I had my, my test oil area. I guess we could delete that. We still could do ore the legitimate way if we wanted to. There's a couple pockets over here that we could certainly do some of the extractor buildings for. And let's see, we got to get power all the way down. Why do they move into the other side of the block? Thanks a lot, people. Not helping me out at all. So we'll do that. They will all be powered. We are very low on electric availability, so it might be time to say thank you to our solar updraft towers, but time to convert to nuclear. Let's see. Where do we put it? Do we just replace these? It's going to be kind of big. It's not... What am I saying? It's kind of big. Look at the size of these things, right? Pause. Demo. Demo. This thing is tiny in comparison. Not even as tall as the clock tower. Perfect. And we will do that. We'll hit play. Let's get a look at our info views. It's been a while since I've done a proper analysis of what's happening with the city. So, electric's pretty good. Could check budget first, I guess. So electric is pretty good. Water availability we need next. So let's just do that while we're working our way through the list. We'll do that. That'll get us into the green a bit. And then should we do another sewage treatment plant while we're here? Looking at water, I think. How close is this power bubble? Wow, okay. Alright, so everybody's complaining about sewage, but everything's powered back up now. So we're good there. Fire safety. Have we not done a helicopter depot yet? Have I not learned my lesson? That is crazy. How have I not learned this lesson yet? So over here, in our noisy farm area, or noisy tree area, we'll go right across from this plant. That is totally fine. And let's spam some Firewatch towers. Let's try and get everything covered well. I don't want this beautiful forest to burn down because it's honestly purely decorative at this point. So we'll spam some Firewatch towers out here. And in and around the city too. So pretty good coverage there for all our trees. We'll throw one out here. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I like it. And then let's get some coverage down here in this area. And here. And heck, we'll throw 2 on this island for now. We've got the money. There's a little bit of upkeep cost, but I don't want my map to burn down. And the game likes to test me on that, so Let's take a look at actual fire coverage, though. We're a little light up here. A little light up there. Man, are we light up there. Let's upgrade this. So, fire here. We'll delete this one. And we'll cram a new one in its spot and take a look at the fire coverage there. So that's definitely better. I can deal with that. A light pocket up here. So that we will actually cover with a smaller station. Let's see where we can get this in with minimal impact. We can do that. Get rid of one building. A fire station covering up there. I think we're gonna let this one slide. And let's get another big fire station downtown here. Let's see. We're right on the edge of this block. That should let us bring that road down. Yes, it will. And then we need one on our new island over here. So before the center street gets all zoned in, let's do this. Let's throw fire there and police there, kind of on your way into the city. And they should be able to turn outside of the building and turn down that main street and get to anywhere they need to get to pretty fast. Back into healthcare. Hospitals seem to have pretty good coverage area. So far we've been getting by on a clinic and a hospital. So let's improve that scenario a bit. Perfect. And we may end up moving some of these service buildings around, but for now I can deal. Just want to make sure everybody has some coverage. Cemetery-wise, we're doing pretty good. But we're going to need one down here. Right next to the hospital. So come to this corner of town if you're sick. And if we do a good job, go home. And if not, go right next door. Crematorium also. So we're good there. Alright, so we've been slacking on the education front. So let's figure out where... Man, am I glad I just improved fire coverage over here, right? Didn't I? Okay, we're good. Yeah, so schooling. Schooling. Everything's good in the green. It's an availability problem, right? There's not enough schools, so how are they spread out? We've got two pretty close right there. Let's get another one over here. Let's look at our high schooling. We know we're gonna... Let me cover over here before I forget, because we absolutely 100% positively need a few over here. Let's do at least 2 for now. And then high school wise, we'll do creative arts over here. Can we get it on the end of a block? We can't. I don't want to tie up our little bit of commercial that we've got over here. So let's see if that does the trick. Everything's in the green, so... And high school wise, we're still in the yellow though. Were we good on elementary, at least from a eligibility standpoint? Yes. And then let's do another one. Where are people not educated? Up here? Right, is that far enough away from all other high schools? It's kind of a dry pocket. So let's do one there for now. And then we're in the green. University, we're way into the green, because I think we've got 2 set up. I don't know why I did that. I don't think we needed it, but we do have lots of... Did we put another one down here, or do we move that one? What do you think? want to maybe extend that plateau a bit. Give us some room over here. But we can worry about that in the next episode. Let's come over here. What do we have zoned? Did we zone all this already? We didn't. So hopefully we can move in some more residents along here. But for right now, it looks like our demand is around commercial more than anything else. So let's give people what they want and give them a nice block of commercial space there. And then it will be, you know, there'll be good room here for residents on the edge of the town. What do we got? Where's the fire department? I was just looking at fire coverage. Where are you guys? Come on in. You know, let's keep looking through info views because education's good. Unemployment 6%. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. Happiness. I gotta look into that. If anybody has tips for commercial happiness, let me know. Am I just not putting enough parks and stuff nearby or what? Land value. Look at the land value creeping up into the green here. I love it. We got some spots that are definitely creeping up. I think this is going to be a good area for land value because we haven't done too much to this yet. We've got good service coverage, but we don't really have any uniques or anything over here, and it's doing really well with no parks or plazas or anything. So I have high hopes for this area over here. Let's actually see what that looks like. You know what we haven't done yet? I don't think, and I apologize for this. Nope. Drive. We haven't driven this town yet. So let's see what the road that we first built that comes into our town. Guys, slow down. Come on. Let's see what this all looks like. If I put it on 1x speed, can I actually keep up with these cars? Okay, that makes more sense. You can't drive at 3x speed. So this is what our entrance into town looks like. I definitely want to do more trees on either side of this to hide some of the industry and the nuclear power plant. But I kind of want to just drive this main street. It is a really straight shot, but I want to see what it looks like from on the ground. So there's our clock tower. Our first little T intersection that leads into town. Excuse me. Whoa, okay, we got to look at traffic over here, huh? A little bit backed up. I think it's manageable, though. We want to make sure there's good fire coverage, though, on both sides of that intersection because we don't want a fire truck to have to go through the intersection to put a fire out. Just be sitting there waiting. So this is our park. Let's actually take a quick cruise through the park. That was a pedestrian path that I used. Monument, nice. So it's got a kind of a cool look and feel to it. A little bit of nature in the middle of the concrete jungle. Really the suburbia side here, right? This is all the low density stuff. As we pull our way into the bigger downtown area, I kind of like how that looks off in the distance. And now we start to ramp up into the larger structures, and the road's going to get split by our monorail here. Whoa! Oops. Bill me. Send me a bill. That is new. The stop signs and traffic lights, they will break away now, as they should. They're not, you know, they're not rock solid structures. They're designed to give way in case of an accident, so nice that they added that into the game. The destruction is not persistent, so like when you go back into regular view, anything you knock down comes right back. But I like this. This is, again, just a really simple, straight shot, but it feels very lived in, and we've got a lot of, I think, interesting, unique elements happening. So let's bang a quick UE and take a right. Okay, or not. Let's just get out of this. All right. I was gonna come over here and do a quick drive across the bridge just to see what this kind of looks like. Everybody lining up in that left lane because in about 1.5 miles they're going to want to turn left. I wish the AI was not so strict about getting in that lane early. If only people in real life were as prepared. I like this bridge. I like the look. I like the separation here across the river. Textures are pretty flat on console, unfortunately, but yeah, this bend will have to change. Soften that up a bit. And then again, we'll do some sort of roundabout up here where we'll link from the other side of town, the western side, I guess. And yeah, let's turn down our new downtown area. So yeah, this looks good. I like it. I like it. It's got a good mixture of things going on in this map. You know, the height builds pretty gradually. I mean, not the most, right? I could have high-rise banned a block or two here, but for the most part, it has a good separation. It has a feel of a real town, I think. And we'll continue to build out around here. Maybe we don't plateau this too much, and maybe we have some like switchbacks and some roads that kind of... Maybe we'll have like a multi-tiered city over here, so we'll have like a slightly lower, you know, beachfront property. I wish we could do golf courses, like a gigantic golf course. That would be great out here on the water. But, okay, enough fooling around. Let's see how we're doing over here. Where are we at levels-wise? Ooh. We have enough workers, and we just need to produce resources. So let's see. Let's get this cranking. How's this thing doing? 139. Or I should say 13,000 out of 15,000. That's not bad. We're getting there. And this is doing okay. So we still have all these warehouses set to full. Or to fill, rather. So they're still importing whenever they can from off the map. And then these are taking the oil. And these are taking the petroleum. I already forgot. Oil into plastics. So they're both using oil to turn to petroleum, to turn into plastic. And then those two ingredients are getting put into plastic products, which we can then in turn take to other factories to do things like plastic packaging for food, which is animal products and flour and plastic. So we've got a whole production chain going. We're in the positive budget wise, which is good. Still making money for our city. And now it's just a waiting game of getting another 20,000 people in here. So we've got space over here. When we get to 48, we'll be able to buy one more tile, and I'm thinking this one, but it doesn't buy us a lot in terms of buildable space. This one would buy us more if we wanted to fill out that island. I think that one makes more sense first, and then we'll buy that one last. We'll fill in this space up here. We'll decorate with some trees and feather things off. And I think we're going to have a pretty cool looking map. With the low res over here. Industry and farming. And oil. Don't forget the oil. And yeah, this is, I think, going to be kind of the only hard edge over here. We'll so have to figure out kind of how to work with the trees here. And hook a road around that to get that all linked up. Industry area. Large oil pump, toy factory, oil industry storage. Let's go take a look at the toy factory, see what that does. So that's going to be under unique factories, right? Timber, plastic, paper. Yeah, for toys. Okay, timber, plastic, and paper. So what are we doing for paper right now? We have two paper plants. We have a paper mill and the biomass pellet. And those are currently being used for the furniture factory that we have over here. And it looks like paper is at least a decent enough resource that we are not low on. We're lower on timber in this case, but we're also using timber. I want to say it's for something else. Don't we have another factory? I really should keep an eye on this. But we could do a toy factory too. We've already got the timber stored on this street, so let's do a toy factory over here. Just to see. Just to see how we do. So there is a pollution bubble around that one. Are toy factories that dirty? Really? Okay, we'll put them up by the paper mill then. Yeah, if your toys smell funny, kids, that is the smell of paper mill. Oh, look at that. Hang on a second. Let's go check it out. What? What is this guy? And what is he up to? Something no good. He's peering in the windows of the toy factory? That's creepy, buddy. That is creepy. Alright, who else we got? There he is. Poochie. Poochie. Ever seen an elephant ride a duck? You think we can get all the way up on the head? Oh yeah, we can. For sure. Alright, well. Can we get on the roof of the... Can we... Come on, you think he can make this jump? I think he can. Yes! Can't get up there, though. So, from the roof of the toy factory... I think it was funnier from the roof of the duck. The head of the duck. Get on there. The textures, man. I wish they had something that loaded when you were in this close. But that is okay. I think this is a good spot to end. Just kind of a quick recap and expansion episode. In the next one, maybe we'll start looking at the ore industry, though we do need to kind of buy that tile to really extract the ore if we want to do it from on map. But we can always import it from off map. Has worked fairly well for our oil industry. So we will see how everything does. We'll keep an eye on the factories. We'll try and balance our means of production. Until the next one, though, if you did enjoy this video, likes, comments, and shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications for new updates in the series. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord if you want to get involved in the discussion. And until the next one, this is Move the Mouse and Poochie, signing off.